Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I'm coming in just for a little bit. My Thrifty Hash project is on the way, underway rather, and yeah. So I just want y'all to join in on the process with me while I start it. So let me just share this out really quick. And all right, so I am going to go through again what my project is. All right, so I'll just be working on it for a little bit. I kind of got an idea what I'm doing, and for those of you that might not know what I'm talking about, first of all, let me just say my name is Alethea, and I am the founder of So Much Talent, and so we do thrifty challenges. Not just thrifty challenges, but we do challenges every day of the year, every month of the year rather. And this month just happens to be thrifty. I keep saying thrifty. Thrifty Hash Up Challenge. All right. And so basically, what that is that we, in this particular thrift store challenge, we are taking pre made garments or whatever other items there are, anything but fabric, because we do with fabric every day anyway. But we're taking it, transforming it into something else, hashing it up. So I looked up the word hash, and it's just a combobulation really of just stuff, just mixing it up, matching it up, right? And so that's what we're doing. So truly taking, thank you so much for that like, and thank you for joining in. And don't forget to share this out, please. I can't see any comments right now, so not sure if you're saying anything, but welcome, welcome, welcome. So basically, what I'm requiring from this challenge is that you take something that's already pre-made, mix it up. It can be print mix, it can be color blocked, it can be um, let's see, color blocking, print mixing, or texture mixing, which means that you can mix up textures. Like I, I did a video, and you may have seen it already. So go back through my videos, and you can see where I went through the video, went through the thrift store, and purchased these items. So I was a little bit conflicted on what I wanted to do. Colors stood out to me, so I don't know what your muse is. I don't know what will inspire you. Um, but in my mind, as I was going through this, I couldn't decide what I wanted because the challenge is very limited. It will stretch you. I will say that it is very challenging because you have between a minimum of $10 to spend and a maximum of $30 to spend. So I know these days, even in a thrift store, you're thinking, what can I get for $30? What? So we've been having a lot of fun with this. I've been looking at the comments and the questions and everything. So it's been fun. I've already had several people that has completed their thrift store project, their hash up project. So it's been exciting to see what they've done with it. I'll share those later on. But I am just getting started with mine. Now I got the colors. I've got some inspiration. I think I know where I'm going with it. I just haven't finalized. Am I doing a skirt? I'm not a skirt. Am I doing a dress? Am I doing a top, a tunic top? Haven't decided, but I know what I want to do with the fabric. Now, one of the challenges was that I just happened to get. I won some fabric from Zesty Couture Fabrics, African Zesty Couture Fabrics. If you haven't gone to that website, please go to her website. I'm not getting paid, sponsored, but I love the fabrics. I've ordered several pieces from her shop, and this is my first time ordering knit. And so this came after I purchased all of these fabrics, but never thought about the two, mixing the two together. But I just happen to have a lot of some of the same colors in this piece. But I thought, okay, well, I can do pants out of this, and I can make this out of a top and wear with this. And I know you're thinking, well, how are you going to get all of that and make a top out of it? It's called a hash up. It's patchwork. That was the other thing I was trying to think of, patchwork. So I do have, in my last video I did on Instagram, like I said, I have most of the colors. I thought I had a red top in here, but I don't. I have a orange top. So I'm thinking of dyeing this a darker, maybe a tomato red, and hopefully it'll come out. But some of my good friends, Goldie Curry and her daughter Tiana. They're some of my sewing buddies and some of my family, really, here in the area. Gifted me some dye and all of this stuff to really make the dye effective. Like I've never heard of some of this stuff. So what I thought about doing, what the recommendation was, is to I was thinking about bleaching this, just bleaching it, and then starting with a fresh color. And I was going to do this the same. I don't know how it was going to take. I don't know what was going to come about it, but they gave me some suggestions to do that. So um, actually, was it this one or this? Like I have this for the orange. I can do this for the orange. And then this wasn't as green. So I thought about dyeing this too and actually making this a brighter green. So they actually gave me the suggestions to, and once I dye it, how to make the dye stick, how to make the bleach stick and calm the fabrics down, the fibers down once I bleach it. And so they gave me this stuff called urea. Y'all, I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'll be contacting them, and she was nice enough to give me some directions and everything on how to do it, but I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Also, she gave me some soda ash to help me, and she also gave me some of the dyes, some of the primary colors. I think, well, basic the stuff that I was looking for. So this is a bright green dye. I'm not sure. I guess that's just a basic yellow, and then this one is a blue. So I guess the thought was that I can mix and match these and get the colors that I need. Because there was only two colors. Oh, and there's the green also. So I don't play around with that and do and see what comes of it. So I'm just gonna take some random. I'm just gonna play around with that and see what comes about it. But I see some more of you have joined in, so thank you so much. I can't see who you are. If you can make comments, let me see. It might be me. Um, okay, so I can't see. If you are in the room and you can say hello, say hey. If you're in a place where you can, so I know who's watching. Um, so if this works out, this will be part of the outfit, not part of the project, because you cannot mix anything. That was the other thing. The other part of the challenge is that in this Thrifty Hash Challenge, you have to use everything that you purchase with that one visit. You got one visit to the thrift store, and you can only purchase um, between $10 and $30, and you have to use everything. You have to use everything that you purchase with that amount of money and turn it into something else. All right. So if it works out and this comes out like I want, if I decide not to do the dress, I'll make a top and I'll wear it with this and I'll make the colors work. If not, I'll just go with what I have, hash it all up, and I'll make a dress or something out of it. All right. Hey C4P, I'm not sure who you are. Hey Offset Stitch Treasures. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. If this is your first time on my page, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. Have to say I'm slowly getting back into the YouTube game. I had been away, I think looks like for like 5 years, maybe. Just life in and just doing some other stuff. All right. So here's my thought process with this. I want to and I don't know what I did with my little snippet of paper that I kind of loosely drew this on, but I want to just randomly piece this knit. All of this is knit. And so my goal is to just take strips, just random size, random shape strips. And just as a matter of fact, it kind of have this resemblance. So you see that line where it looks like the stitching is on the outside? Yeah, this was not planned, but this is perfect example. Um, I want the stitches on the outside. So it's going to kind of look like a spider web effect, a puzzle effect, I guess, if you will. But it's going to just be random color pieces all over. It's color blocked. That's basically what it is. But I want the stitches on the outside. So the stitches will look like serge stitches. And so I actually, hey, Michelle, hey, girl, hey. So I did purchase some variegated thread, which is a or nylon wool-on thread. It's not, it wasn't variegated because I couldn't find the woolly nylon variegated thread. So what I did was I purchased different colors um, of thread in the colors that I have. And so I'm just going to put the different colors inside my serger and go from there. I'm going to see. I'm going to do a test run and see how it works. But the whole idea is to have different colors in my stitching on the outside. All right, and it's got to be stretchy because I got to get it across my body. I don't want to be anywhere and threads start popping, stitches start popping. I have wardrobe malfunction. Next thing you know, all my dresses on the ground and all my everything is out. I don't want that. Hey, Carol in South Carolina. What part of South Carolina? We are neighbors. I'm in Georgia. Are you in the CSRA? All right, so what I want to do here is just go in and I'm just going to just start cutting some pieces. I don't know how it's going to come out. I am going to probably take some of this and test the waters with the dye and see how it comes out. If it's going to be too much, because y'all, this project got to be done by May 4th. All right, it's got to be done by May 4th. So if it's going to be too much, I'll try that dye stuff another time. But I do want to give a shout out to Goldie Curry and Tiana Curry for coming through and trying to help a girl out. All right, so I'm just going to cut and just randomly cut some pieces. All right. And I'm just going to cut the seams out. And y'all, I may even get some jewelry or neckwear out of this. Y'all, you can make some jewelry, necklaces. Anybody ever did t-shirt necklaces? Or flowers? You know, I'm talked about maybe doing flowers out of this. Because you can take the tail end of you can take the hem and literally make rosettes out of it. This won't be enough to show it, but I don't know if you can see it. Let me see, how do we do it? Yeah, it's a way of doing it and getting you a decent little flower out of it, making you some flower jewelry. I actually, I don't have mine. I made one. I used to make these all the time, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong, but yeah, that's not quite looking like it should. All right, so you from Latson, have a sister in Augusta and Atlanta. Okay, I might know your sister because I'm in Augusta. Yeah, I am in Augusta. So let's see. Offset Stitches. Tell me your name. Offset. Is that your name? I like the idea of creating patchwork, then cutting a design from it. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I shared this before. I love creating odd pieces. Um, Let me show you this that I did because this is another thing. I thought about just maybe doing a skirt, like a A-line, like an A-line, just a simple A-line skirt with no. It could have a zipper in it, but because it's elastic, I might just do an elastic. But this is a thought. This is all made from thread, like watered up thread. So if you haven't been on my channel before and heard me talk about this, I like to save the threads from the sergers, like random thread, or if I get real low, a spool of thread or cone of thread gets real low, I like to just take the rest of it off and I save it. And I have a bag of threads like this that I've been keeping for another project. So just like this. So this is all made from random threads just like that. And I turned it into fabric and I created this vest. Now this is the wrong mannequin that it's on. But this had a skirt to go to it. This was from another unconventional challenge that we did about 5 years ago. Yeah, and this actually had like a trash bag skirt to it, like one of those puff trash bag. So I took it off because I actually like this and I wanted to use it for real, for real. So I'm going to take a skirt and add it to this. But um, this is is something. This is the stuff that I like to do, just random and unconventional stuff. So yeah. So I'm keeping those. So save your threads, y'all. You can do a lot with them. All right. Let's see. There's something called offset. Okay, I have a channel as well. All right. Well, I will definitely be following you. Consider me a follower from this point on. All right. So lane rides, dirt bikes. Okay. All right then. All right. So this stuff like this. I mean, like there's you can literally do stuff with every piece of scrap there is. There is going to be a challenge coming up. Um I think I have on the list a scrap challenge because we usually do those as well, scrap challenges to see what you can do with those leftover scraps. Um, so yeah, if you've got some ideas, some scrap ideas and stuff, inbox me, message me, and let me know what they are. But for now, I just want to just do some random stuff like this, y'all. And I don't know why that came out a little rough. So I just want to do some random pieces like this, and I'll just make them work. Obviously, they need to be, like different lines and stuff like that. And I'll figure out how to get all of that in. I'm not sure. I don't have a cover stitch. With a cover stitch, I probably could just stitch this straight down onto one another and overlap the pieces. So I don't have a cover. So I'm thinking of just serging the edges like this, and like you said, just making a big piece of fabric, another piece of fabric, and cutting something from it. All right, hey Evan or Yvonne, is it Evan or Yvonne? Have I been calling you wrong all this time? Thank you so much. C4, tell me your name. Oh, you did. You say Carol, Lord. Okay. Okay, I think I got everybody. All right, so thank y'all. All right, so yeah, this is what I want to do. Just take these pieces like this and just make it colorful. So I love this. This was one of those random pieces. Like, what am I gonna ever do with this yellow piece? But it's gonna be. I will show you this because I went and I took advantage of the Butterick and Vogue sale yesterday, and I'll do this. I'll share the videos or share the pattern haul in another video. But there was one dress that was what I think I may use. What I do with it? Oh, it was this one. All right, so my idea was a knit dress all along. Like if I do the dress or a top, it was a knit top, a fitted knit top or a fitted knit dress, and just a plain dress. But I like this, and the reason why I like this one is because it has that yoke around the on this part right here. I don't know if you can see it. And so I thought if I do the yoke, I can actually do the yoke out of this piece since it's a one-off, and then I'll blend the colors and more of it within the dress somewhere. All right, if that makes sense. So I think I may do that, and but we'll see. I hope it comes out like it is in my head. I don't know if you all do this. Like you have great ideas and it looks real good in your head, but then it don't always come out the way you. Uh-oh. All right, that's my metal ruler. Hi, Norma. How art thou? I don't, but maybe one day I will. Now, I did make this top, but it's real easy to make. Y'all, I need some air in here. I don't have my air on right now. But yeah, I did make this, but it's real easy to copy and make. It's just a front and back, round neck, and it's got this little yoke bottom to it, peplum bottom. I think I paid little or nothing for this little top. Now, I'm one too. I love taking like little t-shirts and that's making them into different shapes and stuff. Like it's nothing for me to take a regular t-shirt and cut a neckline out like this and to cut the sleeves off like this and call it a day. So this right here would be none different. Like it's already different. Make a cute little top, right? So I'm going to use the front of it. I don't know how much the yoke piece will take, but I'm going to save this piece, just put it to the side so I'll make sure I have enough to do the yoke. I'll be right back. I need some air, y'all. All right, I know why it was hot in here because I had my vent cut off. Sometimes shut my vent down when it gets a little bit too cool. Um, so Michelle said, I love these challenges. So much fun. It makes me think. Well, thank you so much for joining in on the challenges, Michelle. I love what you're doing, and I like your view on sustainability. Like your stuff is fun, it's unique, but I love it, and you have so much fun doing it. So, if you're not following Michelle, Michelle, tell me your handle. It's considerable. I know the considerable part. I follow you on Instagram, and if I'm following you here, I definitely need to make sure that I'm following you here on YouTube. If you do have a handle here, drop your YouTube handle as well. All right, so I just want some random pieces, y'all. So that ought to give me plenty. Once I get all of this done, and I'll move that to the side. These two, I'm going to see if I can bleach this and maybe make it a lighter piece. But you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to do too many things at one time. I'm trying to make a top, trying to make it match this. I'm trying to do this and that and the other. I'm just going to make this dress, and it's going to be nice. I'm going to work with what I have, and I'm going to leave it at that. If I had more time, that I would probably spend to do that, but I'm not. I might even make it, since I have this little button right here. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see. I might try to find something to do with those buttons. I might even add them to the front of the dress or something. I don't know. Who knows? Considerable inheritance. That's it. So make sure you all are following Michelle here on YouTube and on Instagram. Considerable inheritance. I love watching the channel. She was just featured in the last Sewn magazine. So if you're not familiar with Sewn magazine, again, I'm not being paid to shout these people out. But I love when I see good quality stuff, and I appreciate their work. I don't mind mentioning it. But Sewn magazine is a bi-monthly magazine that comes out, and it shares different artists and their fiber arts and what they do, and spotlight other people in the community. I've met lots of people by taking in the Sewn magazine, and I enjoy reading it. So, but Michelle, Considerable Inheritance, was featured. She and her daughter both were featured in the last issue. All right, so make sure y'all check that out. See, that's a lot of fabric, isn't it? And putting it together, it's going to yield some great results. Your daughter's supposed to be on it too, but she's too busy lately. Oh, okay. So your daughter sews as well? I didn't know if it was just you sewing for your daughter. So these little pieces like this can be actually sewn together, pieced together to create like a pillow or something, or a bag, something like that. I just recently, and I have a video of this also, just recently made this little hobo chic bag. Um, and so you can do random little textures with it. So one of the goals I said was to texture mix, print mix. So I'm touching on a little bit of all of that with this one because I have some different textures in this. Yeah, I'm just randomly cutting. I want to make that a straight line. So I'm trying to hold on to the little scrap pieces. There was another, I was going to show you the little scrap pillow that I did. It's around here somewhere. But it was another little pillow made with thread and that I pieced together. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, tell her to jump on in there. Trying to decide how let me go ahead and get the seam off of here. The seam out of the way. Trying to decide if I want to keep this. I'm just gonna cut through that. Cut through that. Now, when I say you have to use all of it, I don't mean like every single like piece of it, but you've got to utilize the majority of it. Of course, you're gonna have scraps. Now, if you can find where you can use every single piece and the scraps of it, then yeah, go ahead and do that. But for the most part, you cannot add other fabric into it. Like we've done challenges, like our stash busting challenge we do every year. Every January we start the year off. I don't know why I did that. Every January we start the year off with our stash busting fast. And in our stash busting fast, 80% of your project that you sew must come from your stash. And you can add in other items, like if you're missing fabric for lining or you need contrasting fabrics, you're able to purchase that. You have 20% allowance. That does not include notions and things like that. Of course, we run out of notions and stuff, so you're able to utilize that 20% for extra fabrics and then purchase notions as you need it. So this is different. You must use everything for this project must come from your stash. I mean, must come from your the pieces and items that you purchase from the thrift store. Can't add in. All right, so I'm thinking I'll figure out how to maybe get those buttons in there some kind of way. It might just be that I use the buttons. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll save those aside. I know it's looking crazy. Just trying to get me some pieces out. It might not end up using all these pieces. Who knows? That's going to be a lot of piecing together. I probably should have just left some big blocks, right? I might just do that. Do some big block pieces. There's a big piece there. So anybody else joining in on the challenge? I know you have, Michelle. I think you have, didn't you? And I want to say you may have already done your project. I know So Much Jazz has, if you're familiar with So Much Jazz. And let's see, who else did? I think of who else joined. I want to say Addie. A couple of people have already done theirs. All right, y'all. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but just wanted to randomly, this is how I'm going to approach this. I know I've got my work cut out for me because I'm making too small of a cuts, but it's going to be patchwork. Yeah, I need to make these a little bit bigger so my work won't be too heavy, too hasty. This is a pretty orange. It's like this is like a tail red. Alright, I think I'm going to need to call it quits because I have somewhere I need to be. I don't have my clock in here with me. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Alright. So I'm loving reels. People starting their projects and the one person gets so much for her third out. Right. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I know it was. It was So Fabuloso. It was Divya. She did her project with men's shirts, 5 men's shirts, and a denim skirt. And that was nice that she did. That was really nice. All right, y'all. This is going to be my last cut here. So I can get to where I need to be on time. Yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun. Piecing this together. I just want to cut this one last one up. Y'all, you can get fabric of anything. Somebody I've been sending inspiration pictures of stuff that people are doing. And some are using bed sheets. One lady used a comforter or a blanket to make a really nice coat or jacket out of. She wasn't part of our challenge, but it was one of the inspiration pieces that I shared. So bags and ties. One lady made a dress out of neckties, which was so cool. All right, so y'all, this is trying to get some of these straighter lines. So I'm going to continue to do this with the rest of the colors, the fabrics that are left. And so the goal is to um, just add these pieces in, just piece them in like a puzzle. And use the stitching, surgeon stitching on the outside, and create a whole another fabric. And then I'll cut my garment out of that. So that's my goal. That's my plan. That's what I will do. Um, so come out. I'm anxious to see how all these pieces will work, and I might have to trim something up. I may have to reshape some of the pieces that I cut in order to make it fit like it's supposed to. All right, so I've got the red or the orange, I've got the turquoise cut out, I've got most of the yellow cut out. I still have this blue, and I still have this purple to cut out. Now this is where the textures differ. Like this is a striped or rib knit, and this is like a it's not a viscose, but is there such thing as a wool knit? Not acrylic. It's not Angora. Oh, what is that fiber? It's got little hairy fibers in it. What kind of knit is that? I don't even see the tag in it. I want to say it is acrylic and it is wool. It's 50% acrylic. It's 10% wool. So it's like acrylic wool knit, whatever. Anyway, so that's where the textures come in differently. The knits, the colors, and then the color blocking, the patchwork, and the texture print mixing. All right, I'm loving. Okay, I said everyone loving. All right, y'all. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of the story while I'll come in, and after I've gotten all this done, I'll start piecing everything together. So be on the lookout for that. I'll try to do give a warning or notification before I come in, but sometimes it's just random, y'all. So if you don't catch me live, definitely catch the replay. All right, I love y'all. Life, blessings, and peace, and y'all have an awesome sewing field day.